So how do you earn more by doing less? That's what today's topic is all about. Welcome everybody to the Market Your Message show, where we help you as a messenger, as a writer, speaker, coach. We help you build your business and create multiple streams of income. I'm the author of the book, Your Message Matters, and I'm here today to bring you an important topic, something that I stumbled across earlier this year, and it's something I want to teach you called offer stacking. So, hey guys, as you come in, welcome in. Go ahead and put your first name, where you're watching from. And we're broadcasting this currently in 4 different locations: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and somewhere else. I forget. But hey, we're so glad that you are with us today. Hey, listen, today we're going to actually be diving into this topic of how could you create an offer stack. And what I love about this offer stack is it also can be created from scratch. So you don't have to have an existing course, an existing program, an existing membership site. You can just simply follow this step by step, and I'm going to show you how I did it and the numbers. And when I honestly did it, I was like, I'm just going to try this out. I'm just going to see if this thing works. And I am really excited about it. In fact, I'm probably going to do something like this at least once a quarter moving forward. So again, guys, if you're new, this is the first time you're catching the show, then just put the word new and I can say hello to you. If you're also watching the replay, just put replay in and I'll come say hello to you later when you watch this. So we got Phil watching from Richmond, Virginia. Hey, Phil, hope you are doing well. I was just actually up in Virginia a couple weeks ago and got the chance to visit my daughter. She's away at college. They had homecoming at her school, and it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. We especially liked all the fall trees. It takes a little bit longer for leaves to turn for us down here in Florida, and we don't really get the full effect like you guys, or should I say y'all, up in Virginia. So it was a lot of fun. All right. So I see a bunch of you saying hello over on Facebook. Glad that you guys are here. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into this topic because I want to jump right into it. Let me know your questions. As you're watching this, if you have questions on how you could implement this in your own business, just put the capital letter Q and ask your question. And then after I show the recording, then I will come back and answer the question. So again, what I do is I actually record these sessions ahead of time because they're going to become a future podcast, blog post, YouTube video. But you guys get first access here with the show. All right, so without further ado, let's jump in right now. Here we go. Want to earn more money as a coach, but you don't want to trade more time for dollars? This is an important episode. Let's get started. Hey messengers, welcome to the Market Your Message show. I'm your host, Jonathan Milligan, author of the book, Your Message Matters, How to Rise Above the Noise and Get Paid for What You Know. And if you're a coach, this is an important episode because one of the main struggles and challenges coaches have is to find ways to scale because you only have so much time to help people one-on-one. And the concept that I want to talk about today is called offer stacking. Now, whether you consider yourself to be a coach, a writer, a speaker, a teacher, any of those, the offer stacking method can still work well for you. But before we get into all that, if you want more step-by-step ideas and practical advice, then check out my latest book. It's called Your Message Matters, and it's a 267-page book that teaches you everything I've learned for the past 12 years running an online business. You can actually get a free copy by going to yourmessagemattersbook.com. Again, it's yourmessagemattersbook.com. All right, so what I want to do is I want to actually take you through a real life scenario of how I did an offer stack. So first of all, let's talk about what the 2 or 3 or 4 offers are. So what we're doing is we're taking multiple offers and we're figuring out how to get our customers to buy more than one offer through our process. And this will become clear as we get more into it. But let me just start by saying we're going to look at 3 different types of offers. So offer 1 is a 1-day workshop where people would buy a 1 or 2 hour Zoom call with you. Now, this is a large group call. It can have as many people as you want on it. And let's say that they spend $45 to attend this 1-day workshop with you. Offer number 2 would be a monthly membership. Maybe you have a membership site that costs $45 a month for people to be a part of it. That would be an example of a second offer. And then a third offer that we're going to use for this example is a 4-week boot camp. Now, this one would be limited to less than 20 people. You would be showing up 1 day a week for 4 weeks on Zoom, and you're going a little bit more in depth with people than you would in a larger workshop. So again, the 3 offers that we're going to use for this example: 1-day workshop, a monthly membership site where you want to get more members, and a 4-week boot camp where people pay for coaching with you for a month. So these feel all unrelated. So Jonathan, how do I actually stack these together? I'm actually going to give you a real life example. Now, what I did is I started with my Facebook group. And in my Facebook group, I've got Facebook members that are writers, speakers, teachers, coaches, but I knew I had a lot of writers. And so I decided to teach them a workshop on how to earn money posting articles on medium.com. So first thing I did is I went to the Facebook group and I said, thinking about a live workshop about how I'm earning passive income by republishing old blog posts on medium.com. Interested? And then we look to see, are people engaging with this topic? That's so important that you validate your topic idea first. And you could see that with this post. If you're on the podcast, I'll explain. I'm showing the post itself. If you want to actually see my screen, you can go over to YouTube and watch this video. The link's below in the show notes. But I got 128 comments. And I knew, okay, I hit an important topic here. I'm going to do this 1-day workshop. So then I finally put it out there that I am going to do this workshop. And so I set the date. I charged $45. And I'll pull up the screen here because I've got it all broken down. I believe we had 60 to 80 people somewhere in that neighborhood pay for that 1 to 2 day workshop. Now, here's the key. All right. So the 1-day workshop was the main offer. Since I also run a membership site, what I did is I offered a bonus. Everybody who signs up for the workshop, they're also going to get a 30-day free trial into my monthly membership. After 30 days, it converts to $45 a month. And then how did I work in the 4-week boot camp? This is what I did. Once I taught the 1-day workshop, it was about 2 hours long. I got to the end and said, hey, if you feel like you got more clarity now about how to get started on Medium, but you just want some accountability and you want more than what we were able to cover today, I'm opening up spots just for the people who join the workshop to get 4 weeks of coaching with. The cost is $250. And we're going to cap this at 20 people. And then we had people enroll for that extra 4 weeks. So again, just to recap, I was able to take one idea and create 3 different income streams by offer stacking. And I actually created a slide where I looked up our results. And here were the results. The main offer, which I call a validate offer, was the 1-day workshop. And again, the goal of that main offer is to validate your idea. Then number 2, I offered a bonus offer of a 30-day free trial. And then finally, the back end offer, which was actually related to upselling people who attended the actual 1-day workshop. So what were my results? Here were the results. So we actually had 50 people take that main offer. That was $45. So I earned $2,250. So I earned $2,200 for a 2-hour virtual work. Out of those 50 people, we had 39 of them stay for after the 30-day trial. So those are $45 a month. And so that added an additional $1,755 recurring every single month. And then finally, we had 14 people take me up on the 4-week boot camp that I pitched at the end of the one-day workshop for $250. That was an additional $3,500 for that. And so the total of this experiment was out of thin air. Again, none of this was created except for the membership site that I had already up and running. $7,505 and $1,755 recurring every single month from the monthly members. So are you beginning to see the power of offer stacking? And hopefully this gives you some ideas. Now, you don't have to do every single one of these. If you don't have a membership site, no big deal. Then you would just offer the main one-day workshop, offered a low price. I offered mine just $45, and that's how we got 50 people to join that. And then offer your back-end offer. I've done anywhere from $250 to $1,000 on a 4-week boot camp. You will be able to pick up some additional people. Now, if you don't want to do a 4-day or 4-week boot camp, you could do a 1-day workshop and at the end offer one-on-one coaching as well. Say, I've got 10 spots open for anybody who wants to do the one-on-one coaching and have some accountability to implement what you've learned in this 1-day workshop. So there you go. That's how you do offer stacking. And maybe that was an encouragement to you that you could go from an idea to $7,500 in income plus an additional $1,700 in recurring income, all off of an idea. When you have the tools and you understand how to put this in place, this is how you scale beyond just your one-on-one coaching. I hope that's a help to you. That's what we got for this episode. Now, again, if you like these ideas, I share ideas like this and more in my latest book. It's called Your Message Matters, and you can go grab a free copy right now at yourmessagemattersbook.com. So, what would you like for me to cover in future episodes? Let me know. And also take a moment and share, subscribe, or even review our show. And as always, never forget, your message matters. All right, we are back. That was pre-recorded for every one of you. And what'd you think? What do you think of the idea of offer stacking? Go ahead and give me some thumbs up or hearts if that was an encouragement to you, if you got your ideas swirling. Again, it went from an idea, which was, I've never really taught Medium and how I'm repurposing old blog posts on Medium. Maybe people would be interested in this. And I floated out as an idea in my Facebook group. Now, I did have an existing Facebook group. And once I saw that they were interested, I said, hey, I'm going to do it. And I followed up with every single one of them. So everybody who commented on that post, I sent them a private message and said, hey, I'm going to do the Medium workshop. Here's a link. Join me. It's just $45. And we were able to get, I think I said somewhere around 50 people pay that $45 for that 1-day workshop, which was about 2 hours. Then offered on the back end of that, how would you like to implement what you just learned? I just gave you the system, but do you want me to hold your hand and coach you for the next 4 weeks? And again, we had, I think, 14 people pay the $250, which honestly was really low. I was just testing the idea. That's kind of low for a 4-week boot camp. Could easily charge $1,000 for that. And that generates some revenue. And then if you have some kind of a membership or even a mini membership, to throw in like a trial would be awesome because you can get some more recurring members on the back end as well. All right. Phil, I don't know if this is typical, but I also like that you capped the boot camp. It felt more personal and added some urgency even above the start date of the boot camp. Yeah, so you can cap it for a couple of reasons. One of it is it kind of creates urgency. It creates intimacy when you say, I'm only going to let up to 10 people attend this. It also helps if you only get 4 or 5 takers because you said you wanted it small to begin with, right? So there's a lot of good reasons why for a boot camp to say it's going to be small. And I think what it does too is as people follow you, this is for everybody, as people follow you and they know, like, and trust you, if they can sense that they can get more intimacy, more personalization, a smaller group access, that increases the value. So it's really, really smart in that case to cap it. Could I have done that with the 1 day workshop? Possibly. I don't think it's as important. When you call it a workshop, it's kind of saying, hey, this is more of a large group thing. But I think a small group coaching program or a 4 week boot camp, that's what I like to call it. It just makes sense to cap it. It puts more value on it. So glad you noticed that. Somebody on Facebook said very helpful. Love it. I have plenty to teach, but not much of an audience. Need to grow my private group from 33 to 100 plus. Yeah, and that is a process, right? I mean, we all have to start somewhere. I mean, at some point, my Facebook group, I think it's up around 4,500 people now. But I remember when there was 20 people in there, and everybody starts from scratch. But you just keep at it and keep building it along the way. Love it. All right, what takeaways do you guys have? Do you have any questions, takeaways? Let me know right now. If you just have a takeaway that you want to share real quick, just put the capital letter T by your takeaway. If you got a quick question for me, now's the time to ask, or we're going to wrap up this week's show and go from there. So, question, takeaway, let me know. And for our community, we got a lot of exciting stuff planned for November. We got some fun things. Those of you who are our new Messenger Launch Lab members, this Friday, we have our social engagement launch kit coming out. And we got some cool stuff to share. Stuff I've never shared to this point. I'm excited. A few social media templates that I like to use to make your life easier. And I think the big thing that people struggle with, there's 2 things when it comes to social media. One is it feels like a time suck, right? And 2, what do I talk about? What do I share, right? And this new launch kit for all of you lab members coming out this Friday is going to solve that once and for all. I'm going to share with you how I'm approaching it. And honestly, it's endless ideas, and it positions you as an authority. And one of the things that what I've struggled with social media in the past is I don't want to be a TikTok dancer. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but people have the personality for it. That's not my style. It's figuring out, like, what is my style? And maybe you're like me. My style tends to be more teaching, practical education, advice, tips. And I really feel like finally I have figured that part out. And so if you're like me and you're in Launch Lab, you're going to love this Friday's launch kit. We got a social media planner that we have in there. We've got a couple of document downloads as well. It's going to be awesome. Troy, if we haven't written a book, can we give away a book that we will give away as part of the boot camp? Sure. You absolutely can. You can give away a book if you'd like. The goal of a book, and this takes, unless you're in a publisher model, meaning you want to write 50 books and you want to earn money on Amazon with all of your book writing. If you're not in the publisher model, but you're in the education, coaching, teaching model, a book is not designed to earn you like full-time income. A book is designed to be consumed and create the ideal prospect for your other services. There's so many people who come into my Insider program, which is my group coaching program where I work with people a little bit more personally, and they came by way of the book. They said they read the book and they were like, this is what I want to implement in my business. And Jonathan has a program where I can work with him more personally to do that thing. And we ask the question on our application when people inquire about working with me, have you read Jonathan's book? Yes or no? And those that say yes, I'm telling you, when they come on the call or they join the program, they're so much more like all in because they've learned something from me. And so for you, Troy, and for everybody else, writing a book, and one of the things I teach is a compact book, which is like half the size. So you don't have to write a full-length book. If you write a compact book around 30,000 words, and it teaches your philosophy, your framework, your way of doing things, and you invite people from the book to go further into your membership site, your courses, your coaching program, you will have a much more sold audience when they show up. It's amazing how that works. Takeaway for Phil, he says, I'm starting to build one-on-one client work, but I think I could do a group boot camp on the particular topics that would feel that they would be getting a deal, yet be able to earn more per hour. Yeah, so Phil, what I would do in that case is offer a 4-week boot camp on a very, very specific thing that your audience may want to accomplish. And then at the end say, hey, if you've enjoyed working with me for the past 4 weeks, I'm opening up 2 spots, 5 spots. Let's say your group is 10 people and say I'm opening up 5 spots to work with me one-on-one so that we can really take this thing to the next level. And doesn't it feel more natural? I think for so many of us, selling's difficult. But the way that I've always viewed selling is it's just a continuation and an opportunity to go further. So like on a webinar, I would teach on a webinar and then say, now, if you want more advanced tactics, tools, if you want everything more laid out step by step, then join me in the course, right? And if you think about the offer stacking approach, that's really what it is I just taught the whole group, here's how to do this. It's kind of like do it yourself and then make an opportunity to do it with me. And then you could even go further on a, do for you, right? So those are the 3 models. A do-it-yourself, a DIY, is typically a course, a membership site. That's DIY. A DWY, done with you, is group coaching. Sometimes you could throw in one-on-one coaching in there. And then a DFY, done for you, is something that's where you actually get involved and you're actually doing more of the thing for people in more of an agency type model. So it makes it easy when you attach done with you on the back end of a do-it-yourself. It just feels natural. It doesn't feel like selling. Again, so workshop, here's how you do it. So you can now go do it yourself. Or if you want more guidance, step-by-step guidance, join my Done With You program and we'll do it together, right? That doesn't feel like selling to me. And that's what I love about it. All right. Hope that was helpful for all of you today. I see other comments in there, mostly just saying thanks and hello and how are you? So thank you everybody for being here today. I hope this was truly helpful. If you watched the replay and you got a question, go ahead and throw your question in anyways. I'll come back and try to answer your question the best I can. So thank you guys for being here. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye-bye.